Okay, this is Hog Hilton Electron Configuration Mastery. So we're going to work on seeing how well we're doing and putting it together with atomic structure and electrons. We are still using the same 3 rules we've been using for Hog Hilton. They're still going to apply. The only difference on this one is we are now going to write out in longhand and shorthand the configurations for each element. We're going to focus strictly on being in the ground state. So we're going to work on a neutral atom. We will worry about charges later on after we've mastered ground state electron configuration. So let's start with these 2 examples here. I have nitrogen and I have sulfur. So nitrogen is on the periodic table right here. And hopefully you still have your SPDF orbitals. We're gonna make some adjustments as we go through. But here's nitrogen. Atomic number is 7. Okay. So I need to fit 7 electrons into this hotel. Okay. So let's put in 7 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, let's write a configuration for this. We're going to start here. This is 1s, 1, 2. Then we go to 2s, 1, 2. Then we go to 2p, 1, 2, 3. And that's our longhand configuration. How do we do shorthand? Well, before we do that, I'm going to show you something on here too. Here I am at nitrogen. How do I know that I was right on what I just did? Yes, I can count the electrons. But can the periodic table give that to me too? Well, let's look. Here's nitrogen. It's in the P block, because that's what we labeled it as. But I want to go over here first. It's on row 2. It's in the P block, and 1, 2, 3. 2p3. So my last room to fill should be 2p3. And that's what I have. 2p3. So now let's look at the configuration. To get your shorthand, we take where we are. We're going to go up and over to noble gas. Now, this happens to be where helium's supposed to be. We just happen to move it over there for the S block to make the configuration work. But our shorthand is helium. Helium is on row 1, S block, 2N. So I want you to take and draw a line right here and mark it HE. So then we have HE, 2S2, 2P3. Okay, let's go tackle sulfur. Sulfur has 16. By the way, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't affect this one, but for some reason on this side of the worksheet we have too many on the D block. There's only supposed to be 5 there, so we don't need it for this one, but just letting you know. 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, how do we know we're right? This one is 3p4. Well, here's sulfur. Row 3, P block, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where I'm supposed to end at. And that's where I did, 3p4. Let's write our longhand. We're writing everything. 1s2, then 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. Remember, I'm just counting up electrons, or arrows, 3p4. To the periodic table we go. Here's sulfur, up, over to the noble gas, neon. Neon is on row 2 in the P block. Obviously, yes, over because it's filled over. So 2P6 is where I need to draw my line. So 2P6, that's going to be neon. So there's neon. And then I write everything above it in order. 3S2, 3P4. Now, how do you know you're right? Well, let's start with longhand. 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 4 equals 16. You add up your electrons, which are your exponents. Well, what about neon? Neon, atomic number is 10. Same trick. 10 plus 2 plus 4 equals 16. Bingo, got it. I'm good. All right, let's go to the next page. So again, on this side over here, you have a set of extra boxes. Just go ahead and mark those out. Okay. Let's go to gallium. Okay. So it's 31. Now we're starting to get there. We have a lot of them. So here's something that I like to do when I'm trying to do electron configuration. Here's gallium. Row 4. P block 1N. So I'm going to go to my hotel. 4 P 1. Now, in order to get to 4P1, which is the final configuration of gallium, everything else below it has to be filled. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to fill them up. Now, let's count ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. And we're there. Okay, so now let's write out longhand, which means you got to write everything that's here. Okay, so 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. But wait a minute, what do I do right here? Well, you actually have to write all the 3's together. So it's going to be 3d10, 4s2, then 4p1. Okay? Formally written, all my 3's have to be written together. Okay? All right. Shorthand. Here's gallium. Up, over, argon. Argon is on row 3, so 3p6 is where I need to draw my line. Three P6 is right here. And this is where you're going to see the shorthand. Argon. Now, again, we got to write 3 before 4. So 3D10, 4S2, 4P1. Let's check ourselves to make sure we have this correct. So 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 6 plus 10 plus 2 plus 1 is 31. Argon, 18. So 18 plus 10 plus 2, plus 1, 31. Okay, so that should be enough examples to get you going. I will tell you that on the next page here, the elements that you need to do for this page, the top part's already labeled. I'm going to want you to do these bottom two is element 22 and bromine. And then this page would be krypton, calcium, boron, and nickel. And then that is your practice.